I want to give a shout out to my first and only member, Kevin, who is enjoying all the tribal perks listed down below, along with access to all the emojis I'm showing down below. I made these, they're nothing special, but I thought they were cool and needed some member perks, so feel free to join as a member and use them as your own. Any support is greatly appreciated, so even if you don't want to become a member, a subscription, a like, or a comment is greatly appreciated, and my Discord is down in the description below if anyone wants to join and be a part of this community. Thank you all for watching, and let's get to the video. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Nightmare Craft on Nyxus Gaming. That's right, we're finally back, and I have been a little bit busy. I have a lot of stuff in my inventory. I have a little bit of gold coins. I used all my emerald coins. We'll get into all that. If you don't know, I have been working on getting stuff automated for this series so I can produce Divine Dish and I can just constantly make money because money is one of the hardest things to grind out in this game. They have all the machines here that you can automatically craft this stuff, and it's just very expensive, and that's why I haven't been making videos here in Nightmare Craft for a while. I've been doing my Minecraft Dungeons while I do this stuff on the side, and I think I'm finally ready to get this done. So let's do a quick run through. Of course, we have all the machines in my inventory here. We will be using those. This room over here, I have some auto cookers set up, but we'll be moving these and using those too. Basically, what I realized, though, is once I got these set up, I would just have to harvest crops and get eggs from over here. I have an extra chicken spawner there, and it was very easy to just manually make a ton of divine dishes and sell those for gold coins to fund the rest of the farm, the automation that we're setting up. So I was just manually crafting a lot of those. And to get a start on that and to get these, I was just farming monsters at night before then, near the Goat Pass, if you remember where that is, where the Minotaurs are, that just instantly kill you, that are very scary. So yeah, I farmed those, got enough money to start getting auto cookers, and at that point I just started manually crafting divine dishes to get enough money to get the rest of this stuff. We're going to be moving all of that. Originally, I wanted to put the farm, or the machines, in this whole area here with these farms. I just wanted to replace them and do it all here in this very confined area. But what I decided to do instead was dig out this whole area as like a basement, and everything that we want to make should fit in here. This is about the same area as up here anyway, if I dug it out correctly. And I'll show you kind of what else I did. So first of all, I don't think I cheated too much. I started a LAN world just like this so I could go into creative, and I didn't cheat or do anything in creative. I only used it so that I could plan out the machines I wanted to build. Because remember, I wanted it in that little farm section in the back, which is a very confined area, and I wanted to make sure it would all fit. So I figured it would be nice to build it all in creative first, just to get an idea to plan it out. That way we can also, in this video, just go straight ahead and build it without going back and forth like, oh, this doesn't fit, I need to change that. You know, it's just nice to know where everything goes. And I did it pretty far away from my base as well, if you couldn't tell. That way, it wouldn't bother me constantly, and I feel like I put it in an area that I'll just never really use. You remember the very beginning here with this dock where we had to run away from the werewolves and there were the mutant spiders around, and if they caught us, we instantly died? I built it right here, just over the water. So this is an idea of what we're going to build to automate all of our divine dish. So basically how it works, you got the 4 farms here that are going to auto-harvest. They're set up with dispensers that have water buckets in them and timers. I did not set the timers on these, but I know that I can just do that and it'll get to work. But basically, yeah, the timers, every so often, they'll just auto-harvest all of these, and I have the magical fertilizer, so the seeds will automatically be replanted. The dispensers will pick up the water. Easy as that. Those will funnel through all the hoppers. What needs to be cooked will funnel into these auto cookers here. and then into this big machine in the center, which auto crafts the divine dish. This is the pattern it replicates. This is all the storage that it uses. So yeah, that's all the crops, and then I have the chicken egg farm here. The chickens have to spawn on grass, so basically this spawner will spawn them right here, and then they'll push each other off into the hopper here, and as they lay eggs, they'll just funnel through here into this next thing. That's not supposed to have chicken in it. That might be a little bit of an issue. I don't know why that has chicken and feathers in it. I just threw it right back in. Maybe a chicken died somewhere along the way. It's not supposed to, but as you can see, it's filling up with a lot of eggs that'll get cooked and then funneled again into this machine here. We have our other auto cookers with the spawners inside that just spawn animals, cook them. And then we also have these sorters here that basically what they do, see when a chicken dies, it drops chicken and feathers. This will make sure that the chicken, the cooked chicken, goes through this way. And it'll make sure that the feathers get sorted out into this chest below. Easy as that. And then, of course, the wheat, when it's harvested, it has to be crafted into bread in this big machine and then thrown into the recipe for the divine dish. And it all funnels out into the ATM here to just automatically be sold for money, which is very nice. We just go to the ATM and pick up money. That is the only part that will play in this process. I could go further with this. The only real problem with this is eventually these chests will fill up with their byproduct here. Like this one has a bunch of beetroot seeds it'll start getting. Eventually those will fill up, and I think it'll just start clogging the system with the extra stuff. I could make it to where those funnel out into like an incinerator so they never get full. But I figured that wouldn't be an issue for a while, so I didn't want to go through with that. Maybe we can add that on at some point. But yes, this here is the entire divine dish machine that I have set up. And I'm going to be taking pictures of this right now. And the idea is we're going to rebuild all of this in that basement area. It should just barely fit. I made this confined space based on the farm area that I wanted to build it in, and it just barely fits in there. And so I dug out the area in the same defined space. The only thing that doesn't really fit is this timer here. I could do it differently. I could put a timer here and maybe here. Actually, hold on. Redstone goes like 15, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, yeah, that wouldn't go all the way. Right here in the middle, this hits all 3 of these farms perfectly. If I really wanted to, I have extra timers, so I probably wouldn't need that space. I don't know. We'll think about that. But yeah, this should all fit in that underground area. I'm going to take pictures. We're going to rebuild it there. I have all the machines except for the hoppers. The hoppers are the issue here. I either have to craft those with a ton of iron or buy them with emerald coins. And emerald coins are a little bit of an issue. So what I'm thinking is we'll build all of this except for the hoppers, and then we have access to create Divine Dish 2. So what I might do is I might set up farms for the Divine Dish 2 so I can manually craft those to be able to afford all the hoppers I need, and then we'll come back and finish. The goal is to get all of that done by today and maybe set up the factory for Divine Dish 2. I don't think that'll be too hard. From what I know, it uses Divine Dish 1. So what I'm thinking is we'll just funnel the Divine Dish 1 down into a second sub-basement area that'll have the other farms we need to funnel in and make the Divine Dish 2. That's kind of my idea. And as far as I know, for Divine Dish 2, I have the recipe back at the house. We need super carrots, super potatoes, super beetroots, super bread maybe, and then perhaps melons and pumpkins. And most of those farms will just be the same exact thing as this. The melons and pumpkins, I might have to look into how to do those. There are nanobots that I can buy from the marketplace that'll stop the melons and pumpkins from growing on themselves, and I don't know how auto harvesting will work with those. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it. But the goal is to completely set up Divine Dish 2 automation by the end of today's episode. So without a doubt, I'm going to pause here, take some pictures so I have everything I need, and then I will meet you guys back at the basement in survival mode, and we will get to building the machine. All right, and we are back here. We're not going to need a lot of these tools, so I'm just going to move them out of my inventory for what we will actually need. I just need the dirt for now. We're going to start with this farm area to the left over here because most of this needs to be raised up off the ground. And the reason for that is 3 out of the 4 farms, the carrots do not need to be, but all the other 3, when you harvest them, they have byproducts. So those are going to have to be pushed into sorters. And the way the sorters work, let me count this out real quick. This needs to be 12 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All of this area from here to that corner over there needs to be raised by 1 at least. The way the sorters work is they have to be filed into from the top, and then they spit what you want out through the front. So basically everything that you need to sort needs to be 1 up off the ground. Now, as I said, 3 out of the 4 crops have byproducts. The wheat and beetroot are going to spit out their seeds as well as the crops. And then the potatoes are going to spit out poison potatoes along with their regular potatoes. The carrots have no byproducts, so they don't necessarily need to be raised up like this, but I'm going to keep them raised up just so they match the other 3 and it looks nicer. I'll also tell you, like, digging out that area, I got a lot of dirt, so using it to fill up this a little bit is going to be helpful. But yeah, that's my reasoning for raising these up. It's for the sorters, and so the carrot doesn't look weird not being raised up like that. We're going to raise that up. There's a few other things that will need to be raised up as well, like I think 3 of the 4 animal auto cookers will need to be raised up because, again, they provide byproducts. The chickens drop feathers along with chicken. The cows drop leather along with their steak. And the sheep drop wool along with their mutton. The pigs only drop pork chops, so that doesn't necessarily need to be raised up. I don't know if I will. I don't think I did in the design for the machine. But definitely with the farms, I went ahead and I raised all 4 of them up like this. And this is going through a lot more dirt than I thought. It's also getting kind of dark. Enemies will spawn down here, so we want to make sure it stays nice and lit up as we go. Some along the wall because I'm going to be building down on the grounds. All right, let's get 2 more stacks of dirt. That should be enough to raise that up. Trying to use all the dirt that I stored in my ender chest first because all my other chests were just overflowing. I also have this shulker box on me, but it has mainly a ton of water buckets in it because we're going to need a lot of water buckets for the dispensers. And instead of just crafting all those with iron, you're able to buy those from the Degbert guy in the marketplace. He's just kind of the miscellaneous guy. It's the same place you buy the spawners from. I just bought a ton of water buckets because I think in total we're going to need like 36 water buckets to get this going. So yeah, that's my reasoning for that. Okay, so this is all built up one, but I think we're going to have to build up one more as well. Yeah, so basically we're going to have the hoppers along this row, and then we're going to have the actual farms up here. And these aren't going to be 9x9 farms. They're actually going to be 9x8s. And I did that just to make it fit better, but also with the dispensers right here on this block, it'll only reach out 8 blocks, as you'll see. But all of this now, plus one more. Actually, I think all of these, because it's going to be crops for 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dispenser here, redstone repeater, redstone. Yeah, so all of this now, except for this front row, needs to be raised up one as well. We're going to need more dirt. If I knew I was going to be replacing all of this, I probably wouldn't have dug it out. Oh well, that's on me. Let's grab, like, I can only fit 2 stacks of dirt in my inventory. I was gonna say, let's grab, like, 4, but can't do all of that. I don't need you. Get out of here. Actually, what we can do, like I said, we aren't gonna be needing that, so let's just throw those in there for now. And we can grab a little bit of extra dirt to get this filled up faster. Dispensers might be an issue for us to craft because we're going to need 36 of those. And if I remember right, every dispenser needs a bow, which means we're going to need a lot of string. 36 times 3 quick maths, that's 102. Did I do that right? No, that's not right at all. 30 times 3 is 90, 6 times 3 is 18. That's 108. Yeah, we're going to need 108 pieces of string, and I'm pretty sure I've been selling all my string to the marketplace, so I'm going to have to go farm a bunch of spiders for that, which is kind of a big sad. I'll probably cut while I do that, because that's just going to be a lot of mindless grinding. But yeah, other than that, the only real issue we should run into, we have redstone blocks, so we should be able to make all the repeaters and other stuff that we need. You can see it's already getting dark as I destroy these torches, which kind of sucks. I don't know how I'm going to light this all up, because the crops do need light in order to grow. We're going to have, like, little dividers between them all. I might be able to put the torches on there. Maybe. Well, we'll see. We'll see. This, I need one more row after this. Am I already out of dirt? Were 4 stacks not enough? 4 stacks were not enough, but I think I only need one more. Hey, at least we're using it all. All my chests are just filled to the brim. I don't need it. I think overall, this area I dug out came out to be like 28 by 42 or something. Those dimensions sound familiar. It's something like that. You should be able to fit it all. Again, it's just the dimensions of the farm area up top. Okay, so this is going to be most of the crops. Let's go ahead and divide them up. So it goes 9 and then a divider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Divide it this way. We don't want this part divided, just from here out. And what that's going to do, one, it's going to look good with the crops actually divided, and I think we want to go 2 up so they don't bounce up onto the side there when they're harvested. And it's also going to it's going to actually separate the farms, I guess. I don't know where I was going with that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, boom, and just to make sure, there should be 9 left here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the third farm. That is perfect. We'll build that, and that should be all the dirt we need to put into place there. Let's go ahead. We can do torches like right there, I guess. That'll help somewhat with the light. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to need to place down our water first. So, I'm trying to remember how I did this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So on this row, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, and then water. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. What? Why? Did I do this right? Oh, okay, right. I know what I did, because dispensers will go on this row here. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and then water here. And then it's 1, 2, 3. Because remember, these farms are going to be only 8 out this way, because the water's only going to go 8s. So we'll go ahead and put water there. And then we'll do the same on these other 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dispenser 1, 2, 3. I fucking lost count. The frame skippage is messing with me. 1, 2, 3. Here. All right, does that match? Yeah, that matches. Okay. And then more water. I can just, let's stay in line with this to make it easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. Boom. Okay. So that's where water goes. We're going to want to put some trapdoors over that. Otherwise, when the water goes to harvest all the crops, they aren't actually going to... The water isn't going to go past that hole unless it's covered up. Do I have trapdoors? I have a single spruce trapdoor. That's not going to cut it. So let's go ahead. It's 6, right? Yeah. We're going to need 4 of these. So just go ahead and double craft to make 4. And we'll just put that there on each of these. Bada bing, bada boom. Save that for later. I meant to pick up my iron hoe while I was up there because we'll go ahead and we'll plant. We'll hoe and we'll plant and we'll put down all this magic fertilizer as well. Iron hoe, we should have 2 of these, yeah. Finally get to use and break these things. These things have been in my chest since basically the beginning of this modded playthrough because you use them in order to get sticks to make an axe. Okay. And this is all watered, so it should stay as fertilized land, and we should see it, yep, start to turn brown like that as it gets watered. I'm going to throw you away. Actually, are you the Unbreaking 2 one? Unbreaking 2 Silk Touch? Ooh, we might need that Silk Touch because we're going to need a grass block for the chicken farm, so we'll probably need to repair that one and use it. Oh well. Alright, let's go ahead and just hoe all of this. And then we'll place down our magic fertilizer. What the magic fertilizer does is whenever something is harvested, it will automatically replace down the seeds. And I found out while building that creative farm, that creative machine, that is very easily breakable and abusable. Because basically we can use the water to harvest all the crops, and it'll pick up all the potatoes or carrots or whatever from those crops, but it'll just automatically plant them back down too. So you'll basically get free potatoes and carrots and stuff. I don't know if that'll work with the wheat or the beetroot, because I think those will only drop the seeds. But with the potatoes and carrots, it's kind of abusable. Oh, does it have to be watered? It has to be watered for me to put the magical fertilizer down. So unfortunately, we have to wait for it all. And, oh, okay, I guess while we're waiting, we'll set up the next thing. Let's go get our redstone blocks. Oh, you'll also notice that I'm not eating bread anymore. I'm eating steak. And that's because with these auto cookers set up, they don't require any coal or anything. You put the spawner inside to continuously spawn a cow, per se, and it'll just automatically cook it as long as it has a redstone torch, and you just get free food the entire time. So there's really no point in me eating bread when I just have free meat, you know? Alright, let's take this. Let's go ahead and take this crafting table with us, because I don't remember exactly how to craft a lot of this stuff. Like redstone repeaters, I want to say are 2 redstone torches, a redstone, and other things. That was too much, damn it. Drop that dirt for now. We'll come back for the rest. Okay, so redstone is going to go across here. I think all the way across. I'm pretty sure this just goes all the way across. And we'll connect a timer to the very middle of it. Go ahead and grab that. As far as repeaters go. Repeaters. Do I even have those in my... Nope, I don't. I probably have to craft a redstone torch. I need more room in my inventory is what I need. Alright, buckets. No, they stack to 4. Huh, okay. Let's go ahead. I'm going to need sticks, so we'll make all of these into sticks. And I just want to see for now. It doesn't put the repeater. I think I might need smooth stone or something for a repeater. Or is it just regular stone? It might just be regular stone. Either way, though, I'm going to need to smelt some copper. Or not copper, cobble is what I mean. Okay, so we'll get that smelting, and I will wait for this water, this farmland, to be hydrated. That's the word. I'll wait for that, and then I'll come back. We'll put down all the magical fertilizer, and then I will try and craft some repeaters. And I'll look up the recipe for dispensers, but I'm pretty sure I'll need bows for that, which, again, means a lot of string. But I'll be back. Alright, I should have enough here to get what I need. It is regular stone, not smooth stone that I need. So, we'll get rid of that stick for now. All the crops, all the farmland should be hydrated by now. Yes, sir. We'll go ahead and we'll actually just do this first, just to get some of this fertilizer out of my inventory. Kind of clogging a lot of it up, you know? I got like 5 stacks of the stuff. But we're going to need a lot of it because we need to magically fertilize every bit of farmland in this machine just to get it running properly. It's like lubricating your machine, and not that kind of machine, you perverts. I mean, like when your drill or your saw. Oh God. Okay, I'm just gonna stop there. You guys know what I mean. I hope. But yeah, we need to get all this fertilizer. Oh God. Oh. I can't stop now, can I? I'm just gonna be quiet and not make any suspicious innuendos while I do this. Is that better? Maybe just hum a song or do 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 do. I've made this really awkward now, haven't I? Oh, there we go. That's enough. We should have just enough for the final one whenever we get it, the wheat over there. All right, let's craft these repeaters. 36 on the dot. Have everything I need. I actually didn't need all 36 right now because I'm only doing 3 of these, but hey, that's fine. Also, they don't go there. That is where the dispensers go. The repeaters go 1 out. Because for some reason in Minecraft, you can't run a line of redstone into a line of dispensers. You need the repeaters first to activate into them. Okay, the dispensers, I looked it up. They are going to take bows, so I am going to have to farm for string. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm more focused on just getting as much of this built as I can. We'll probably go ahead and move over to the wheat side of things, which is in the other corner over here. So we're going to need to place down more dirt. I feel like if we at least get the shape going overall, then the rest should come pretty easily. Maybe 1 more stack. Let's come back down here. This is going to be raised up like those are. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the wall here. The wall is going to go 4 up. And then it's going to go 1, 2 for the redstone, the repeater, the dispenser. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the farm. And then 1 for the hoppers. So we'll go ahead and build this out, fill this in. And then we'll place the next layer for the farm itself. I'm glad I'm actually going through some of this dirt. I had way too much dirt after digging all of this out. It'll be nice to actually clean my chests up a little bit. But hey, whenever we do the next level 1 down for the Divine Dish 2, we're just going to have to dig out more stuff and get even more dirt. We'll just be flooding with that. But hopefully, like, when I dug all this out, it's not quite far enough down to actually get any ores or anything. I literally just got all dirt from this. But hopefully when we dig the next one down, we could at least get some ore, you know? Okay, so let's build this wall out. The wall goes about out to here. I keep misplacing two, which is a little annoying. And then we go one over for the for where the actual farm starts. Oh wait, why am I running that way? I got one more stack of dirt. I thought I ran out. Okay, and fill this in. Need to place a torch down over here, definitely, because this is way too dark. Enemies will start spawning down here. I wasn't placing torches down while I dug all this out, and they just continuously, every time I came down here, more would spawn, so gotta make sure to do that. Also, what did I do with this corner here when I built this? I think what I did was I just put another wall here for the hoppers. Okay. Did I do that on these over here? Oh yeah, actually I did. So the wall, the wall is supposed to go like all the way out to this block here. So I'll go ahead and do that as well once I get another stack of dirt. It should only be one more stack of dirt, I think. I'll grab a second one just in case though, because I tend to be wrong on those things and just cause more unnecessary work for myself. So up like that, replace the torch. Up like that, not like that, like that. And replace the torch. And then the same over here. Of course, replace the torch and finish filling this in. Okay, let's find where our water's going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And then 1, 2, 3 here, right? Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4 dispenser, repeater, redstone. Yeah. So water right here. Place down this final trap door. And then we'll make sure to hoe all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then, of course, once again, we're going to have to wait for all of this to hydrate before we can put down the last of our magical fertilizer. But while we're waiting on that, we can go ahead and place down our repeaters and our redstone here. It's going to be really tight on getting all this. In fact, I don't think I'll have enough redstone to actually make the dispensers either. Because each dispenser takes a redstone piece too, and I'm going to need 36 dispensers. But I do have 43 left over, so hell yeah, looks like I might have just enough to do that. We're going to put our timer here. We can go ahead and place these down. I don't know exactly what timing I need to put those on, but I'm just placing them down for now. This timer is going to go in the wall a little bit right about here. But with that, it should stretch to all three of these farms. We have 2 extra because I thought I would need 1 for each farm, so I bought extra. That was not the case. And then, I guess, while we're waiting on that, what can I go ahead and do next? I can math out where the actual, like, ATM and the other thing are gonna be. So it looks like I have the picture pulled up here. Dispensers 1, 2, or hopper 1, 2. And then that's where the cooker's gonna be. 1, 2, 3, 4 for a hopper line. So just real quick, I'm gonna mark that with a hopper. Because right next to it is where the auto crafter is gonna start. And then the auto crafter looks to be 4 from the entrance. And it's very big. I think we need to get rid of these torches to place it down as well, which is gonna make everything darker, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, right about there, I think. Yeah, I think that's where we want it. We'll go ahead and move our Divine Dish ATM down here as well. Looks like I will need my pickaxe real quick for it. Like how it breaks into a bunch of the fucking purple and black particles, like it doesn't have a texture. Okay, Divine Dish ATM is gonna go 1, 2 in front of the machine itself, and it's gonna be kind of tight here. I think that's fine though. Let's go ahead and move you out of the way. We can start planning this out a little bit. I'm not gonna have enough hoppers to do all of this, but it's best to do your hopper chain from the from where it's all going. Because the way hoppers work is you want to place them down pointing at where they're going. So now stuff will feed from here into this hopper, into this Divine Dish ATM. And looking at this, we need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1. And then we place down an auto cooker here. I think that has the right orientation. Pretty sure. And then 1. Why would you place there? I need to go get my pickaxe for this. I need the pickaxe to break these. Did not mean to throw that on the ground, but we love some floor steak. My inventory's cleaning up anyway, so I can bear to put other stuff back into it. Right, bada bing, bada boom. Let's make sure you place on the correct thing this time. And I want to say right here was where I raised up. We want to cut these all the way across, making sure they're pointing into the next one. So now when stuff harvests, it'll all feed into these hoppers, which will feed into this auto cooker, and all I need for that is I need a torch to get that activated. And then once everything's cooked, it'll feed into here, and I'll put the pattern in here. And once everything feeds into there, it should be good. For this next one, we go 5 out, 1, and then we put our next auto cooker here. Bada bing. And then we're going to do 1, 2, and then we put our auto sorter here. Can't remember how these go. I have to place some... Whoops. Place it that way? No, I place it the other way. What we'll do is we'll put a temporary one there. And then that, and then we might as well... This is our last hopper. It's going to be for a while. With that, we're going to need to rotate it down. This actually doesn't go here because remember, the way these work, one of these sides here is where you file stuff into, and then the unwanted stuff goes into the opposite side. The stuff you want comes out here, and you can rotate it, but no matter how you rotate it, it's always going to be long ways like this. So that's why you need to raise stuff up 1, like that. And that's why all the farms are raised up by 1, just because of these sorters here. But okay, so that's there. I'm iffy to put down all the other stuff because I don't have the hoppers to really measure it out. But we'll probably have to. What I'll go ahead and do, this should all be hydrated by now. Yes, so let's go ahead and put down our magical fertilizer. Like so. Trying to avoid speaking to not do any more innuendos. Let's see, 7 more. Did I get the right amount? I got the perfect amount. Look at me. I'm great. This is dark. Let's pop a torch there. Okay, what can we do next? We could plant the crops. We could. It's looking like I'm not going to get to the Divine Dish 2 point in this episode because this is taking longer than I expected to set up. But that's fine. That is fine. I guess what we can do is we can math out where to put the rest of this stuff real quick. So I'll go ahead and put down the other auto crafter. Because that's going to be one of the biggest things to put down. And we'll use dirt to show where the hoppers would be. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of these torches. They're probably going to be in the way. Do I need... Damn, this fits, like, perfectly here. I think I need to actually place it facing this way. Yeah, okay, because that'll file through straight to there. Right. Let's see. Auto cookers. Again, just going to use this dirt to math out where the hoppers are going to go. We're going to put an auto cooker there. That's going to be the cooker for the pork chop because that's the only one that does not need to be raised up off the ground. And then I'm not going to plan out... Actually, what I can do... I can go ahead and pop down the sorters at least. We're going to put a sorter there. And I'm not going to put the dirt down for the hoppers here because that might interfere with the farm here. I will for all of the actual cookers though. Okay, so for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to put a sorter here. And then... Sorry, I'm just looking. Okay, this one's easy because the sorter's going to go like right next to the cooker itself. And these ones need to be raised up because of the cooker. They only fit 3. I'm doing 1 extra here so we can put the redstone torch down to actually power this. Okay, so that's that one. Do I have enough dirt? Yeah, I do. I got plenty of dirt. This one's going to be a little bit further away. We put 2 down there and then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then same deal. 2, 3, 4. Put our sorter down. Make sure it's orientated the right way. Pretty sure I butchered saying that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up our auto cookers from this other room. Also, I might want to... I've been thinking of buying an extra auto cooker just to have in my bedroom here so I have an infinite source of meat that I can just grab anytime I want, you know? I'm glad that popped out this spawner too because I did not think that far ahead when breaking this. Okay. The chests will leave for now. I like this. Everything is coming together, except for the hoppers. Okay, so... Put you down there. And then for this one, we're going to go 4 out. And then 1 over, we're going to go 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that right? That's not right. And I'll show you where I messed up. It wasn't with this one here. It was with you. Because you actually go out to here? Oh, out to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 1, and 1. And then we place this stuff down. So now we would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because this press is directly up against the wall in the machine I built. And that is the wall there. We're actually go ahead and build out this one too, because that's where the next auto cooker is going to go. We put the sorter there. Cooker, if I can mouse over to it. Cooker goes there. We'll go ahead and put the second cooker there. Sorter. And then I think I had this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I had that right when I built it out. Okay, and then we got one more cooker to set up. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is for the eggs. So this one doesn't have to be raised up. And I don't really have to math this out. I know this is going to go all the way 1 from the wall there. Then 2, 3, 4. I'm out of dirt. I'm out of dirt. Do I have more torches? I don't have enough torches to activate all these. But I can start throwing these in, I guess. Just to clear up inventory space. This one will be the cow. I don't think it really matters which is which. As long as the pig one's the one that isn't raised up. But I don't know. I feel better with the cow being near the pig, you know? And this one will be the chicken. I don't have the torches for it. That's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and build our chicken enclosure. Let's go grab some dirt. We'll grab some wood to make those torches as well. And then what else do we have in our inventory? Just the one auto cooker and the auto sorter for the beetroot. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and then we can plant everything, I guess, as like the final bit for this. And then I wanted to grab some wood. I don't need a whole lot. I thought that's what I was looking for, yeah. Like I said, I don't need a whole lot. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more torches. Power all of these. I think that still leaves just barely enough to get the dispensers I need, which is great. Actually great. Boom. Boom. And then, why do I have this last one for this one over here. We're building the chicken enclosure, though. So this goes 1, 1, 2, 3. And then we're doing a wall here. The hopper's going to fit through there. We're going to do a 3x3 area with the hopper floor. And then I took another picture of this specifically so I could actually get the dimensions right. It looks like it goes 2 up from the entry hoppers. And then there's going to be dirt there, or grass there. And then 1, 2, 1. The extra chicken spawner goes there. And as far as I can tell, once we put the grass down and the hoppers there, that should start spawning chickens. And they'll drop eggs that lead into there. My only worry with this is hopefully this spawner isn't too close to the surface, that it starts spawning chickens up there instead. That's my only worry with that. And if that's the case, we can probably change this up a little bit somehow. I don't know how, but I can figure it out. Let's finish planning out this other bit here. We know this is going to file into that farm. For the beetroots, it looks like 1, 2, the droppers come out from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, and then we put the sorter here. We put the sorter 1 down. And it goes under that block. Like that. And then we orient it the right way. I think, let's see. Looks like it's nighttime. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. This seems off from what I have the picture of, and maybe I'm just not looking at it right. No, because I think there's one more hopper there, and then the cooker goes here. Bada bing, bada boom, and then torch there. We want to be careful with the placement of some of these torches as well. Because if a torch is next to a hopper, it'll shut off the flow from that hopper. So we want to make sure, like, this won't work here because we'll be putting hoppers here. That's going to shut off the flow. We need to move this torch here. And then I think the rest should be good. That's spaced out. That's spaced out. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's placement down of all the machines. Why is this grass here? That's not ideal. We don't want more grass than we need down here, but I might keep that for now. Fuck. That's gonna... I need to change this so it's not dirt, because if that's grass, that's gonna spread to all of this. I'm gonna keep this grass here until it spreads to that, so I don't have to put grass there. But then I'll probably tear this down and try and replace it with stone or something. I don't know. That's a little annoying. But it's how we'll have to do it. Okay, so like I said, that's all the machines and stuff down, except for the hoppers. I'm going to go ahead and plant all the farm stuff, and then I think we might call it an episode there. I know we didn't get the Divine Dish 2 stuff like I wanted, but we can work on that all in the next episode, I think. Carrots... I don't have any beetroot or wheat seeds, damn it. Yeah, I'll have to go harvest those. But we'll get all this planted. And then, honestly, I think that's a pretty good episode, as is. In between episodes, I'll probably... Why can I not... Oh, it's not bright enough here. Okay, is that bright enough? Doesn't let me plant stuff down if it's not bright enough. So I need to figure out good place to put. That was weird. So what if I do torches like that instead? And then, of course, match it over here. Maybe like one there, so it's on the edge. Let's see if we can plant everything like that. The middle might be the issue with that. Let's just see how far... Yeah, I can't plant here. Let's plant everywhere we can first. Looks like it's just like a diamond in the middle that I can't plant. See, this is why we test things. I mean, what I could do eventually, I like putting red or glowstone in the middle of my farms, and that kind of gives brightness to the rest, but we don't have access to that. So what I'm gonna do instead is just a little hanging torch like that. I don't have access to a whole lot of stuff, so that's the best you're gonna get from me. And that lets us plant the rest here. Okay, so let's match the torches real quick on all of this so I don't have to redo any of that. And then that went on this edge here. Get rid of that. It's already there. And then we do the overhang. With a torch on the back like that. We should be able to plant the rest of this now. This is going to be our potato farm. A little bit more. There we go. And then I need to go get beetroot and wheat seeds. There's an easy way to do that. We have our farms in the back here. Is it nighttime still? I think it's... Yeah, it's nighttime. Can I sleep? I can. Alright, let's just go harvest some crops, get the seeds we need. Ooh, you know what? I didn't realize those were in the ground here. I could take those. Those are just under all of the carpet. That's actually genius. I could put those in the water bits. That would be nice, and that would light it up. How much do I need? 9 by 8, which is 72 minus 1. I need 71 seeds. I don't want all this wheat, if I'm being honest. 71. That's enough there. Throw that out. We'll throw out these carrots and potatoes too, and this extra meat. We don't need it all. We're about to get practically an infinite source of it all, so I really just don't want it clogging up my inventory and storage. I got enough stuff clogging up my storage. All right, let's get some beetroot seeds. I feel like I'm not getting as many seeds from this as I got from the wheat. I'm getting a lot of beetroot from it, though. All right, that's more than enough. Throw out that extra. Let's go plant these. We'll have to set up our lighting for the wheat farm, like we did with the other 3. But I think after that, that is some good progress here. Has that grass spread anymore? No, it hasn't. I mean, it should spread more over time. Unless it's not lit up enough here. Damn it. I've trapped myself. Alright. So this is beetroot here. Place down all these seeds. Almost there. Just a couple more rows. There we go. And then we got the wheat seeds, and that's it. Also the lighting for the wheat. Put one there. Go ahead and get rid of you. And we might as well match that on the other side like we were. And then one above the dispenser row here. Was it above the dispenser row or above the repeaters? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do our downward pillar here. Let's get these planted. If I can scroll over. And there we go. Okay. So I think that is a good spot to end this episode on. Plus, I don't really have too much time for today. In between episodes, I will probably farm some spiders. I'm thinking about trying to go look for that spider cave that we did as a dungeon a while back. Maybe the spiders have respawned there, and that would be a great spot to farm string. I'll check that out. If not, I'm just going to have to farm spiders overnight, which might take a lot longer. But either way, next time we start, I'll have enough string to hopefully make all the dispensers we need. I'll look up the time I need for the timer here. And I will figure out a situation for this dirt with the chickens here, because that's not going to work with grass spread. And then that'll be pretty much everything we can do with this right now. As I said, we're going to be missing a lot of hoppers. It's going to be expensive. But what we'll do after I get those 3 things done is I might dig out the second sub-basement, and I'll plan out how I want to do the Divine Dish 2 area. And I can at least set up the farms and stuff to manually craft that. And if I can manually craft it, I can sell it to get emerald coins, and then I can use that to afford all the hoppers. So let's just look at this. Our Divine Dish 2 recipe. We need Divine Dish 1, super bread, super beet, carrots, and potatoes, which all 4 of those are just going to be basically the same setup I have here, but with the super seeds, which I've already bought, actually. So I should definitely be able to set that up. Sorry, I just heard something fall under my chair, and I'm not sure what. I'll check that out here in a second. Yeah, I have the super carrot, super potato, super wheats. Do I not have the super beetroot? Super beet seeds, yeah. And then, of course, I need super pumpkins and melons, and I have the seeds for those 2. There's melon, there's pumpkin. I just need to figure out how to farm and automate those. But then, once that's all done, I'll just need another auto crafter to file it all into. 2 of them, actually, because I'll need to make the super bread like that. I'll need more auto cookers, and it's a lot more money, but I should be able to get it pretty easily. And I should be able to easily set up Divine Dish 2. So next time, expect all that. And then after that, we can just get money and we can get all the stuff we need for the next big act of the game. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.